After Arteta told us that they're in for more players in there, we've gone ahead to get a story coming in through from another credible journalist as far as who are those players that Arsenal are really interested in. And Indy, Kylia, in there, one of the people that have gone ahead obviously be very influential into this summer transfer window, has come out and obviously given us a story about Malick Fofana. Arsenal officials in France to obviously get this deal over the line. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? And where you're watching us from? We go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And there is a very big defender that has gone ahead obviously return at Real Madrid from injury. That is Éder Militão, and he has been seen by Alonso, and we've been told what it really means and how that centre-back pairing of Real Madrid is obviously going to be impacted. Then we also have another story from Dean Henderson, a man that's going to serve penalties as Crystal Palace shocked Liverpool at the Wembley Stadium in the Community Shield, has gone ahead obviously speak hugely about this. So let's see close to 300 likes much on this video, third video of the day. I think you're really enjoying the marathon. Today we are going 5 videos, and among those 5, expect a live stream where we're obviously going to be streaming and really talking to the fullest. Now, Rokani David is the name. Continue to subscribe. You can follow us on TikTok, Rokani Media Football. We do put up some updates in there for you. Facebook, Instagram, and so on and so forth. Threads, you can get us there. Now, we have a story from the side of Indy, Kyla. Arsenal officials made a trip to France on Friday night to chat with Lyon about Malick Fofana. Guys, this is a very huge update. Remember, who is Arsenal looking in for? Arsenal are looking in for a left forward or a left attacking midfielder. And who is Malick Fofana? Malick Fofana is a left or right attacking midfielder, but most of the times he plays off the left, and he plays in France for Lyon. And this guy has obviously gone ahead to obviously put in huge performances the previous season, and very many teams are really looking at him. I've gone ahead to see City, Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Barcelona, and very many other teams being linked to this player, and he's really one of those that the world is obviously wanting to get. Is it even Everton? I've gone ahead to see Everton also really interested into the player, and I'm like, oh my god, it shows you that he is really that good. And Malick Fofana is a Belgian international. He was born on March 31st, 2005. He's now 20 years, and he has a height of 1.69 meters. Now, he joined Lyon in 2023-2024 from Ghent. He played 17 games in the League One, scored 3 goals and put up 2 assists. Now, this season, this is where he has gone ahead to explode. He played 29 games in the League One, that is of France, 5 goals and 4 assists. Those are 9 goal involvements. Then in the UEFA Europa League, he played 10 games, scored 6 goals and 1 assist. Those are 11 goals and 5 assists in almost 40 games this season. Meaning that at the age of 20, if you look at how he obviously takes off players, the way he obviously puts in crosses, the way he obviously glides, past players, I tell you what, his chops, his in chops and out chops on the ball are really one of those that you have to obviously look at when he's always playing. And he's double-footed, that is it. His main foot is the right foot, but he also has what we call the left foot also functioning very well. He can get you those goals that you really want in there. He can also get you assists, and he obviously can reduce the bodies that are obviously facing your side. And he's really good, I tell you. Malick Fofana is really good. And when you look at Arsenal, if there is a player on the market like Malick Fofana, and they are calling in for 30 million euros as his market value, I think that's not bad money. That's not bad money for Arsenal. 30 million euros is really some good money for the club of Arsenal. You get Malick in, and bring him to the club, and he will be willing to play as a bench player because he knows to it that there are players that are really maybe ahead of him. But again, I think no left forward at Arsenal matches the levels at which this guy plays football at. Now, I want to let you know that there is no guy at Arsenal that has gone ahead to obviously play like how Malick Fofana really plays. I love Trossard, and I've always gone ahead to say that Trossard is really better than the guy known as Martinelli, but I think Malick is better than Leandro Trossard. He does all what Trossard does. He can sprint, and he has a very good take-off pass when it comes to obviously taking off those players. He's really a special guy, and I know that Arsenal representatives or officials have gone ahead to talk to Lyon because the player is up for sale. He's up for sale, and Arsenal have gone ahead to join the queue, to see to it that they obviously get this deal out of the way. So he's not an injury-prone player. He is one of those that every club would love to have onto their left attacking side of the midfield. And Arsenal might obviously think otherwise because when you look at how Madueke really went ahead to play, that is yesterday, and he put in those deadly crosses for the times he was there. I think he put in close to 2-3 crosses in a way really deadly. One that was really denied to turn into an assist for Gyökeres after Gyökeres went ahead to head that ball and it was denied by the bottom post. You understand? Arsenal might have gone ahead to ask themselves on whether they really need to get in a player as expensive as Eze, a player as expensive as Rodrigo. Yet they also don't want to lose Martinelli. Now, maybe they've gone to embark to a plan of really getting in a player who is really young, and he's going to be an understudy for who will stay as a left forward on either Trossard or Martinelli. You understand? Because he's a guy who has gone ahead to obviously put in a shift, and I tell you what, he is really very good. If you've been following the lad, I love him. It's not the first time he's being linked to Arsenal. I think this is like the third time, and I think this is the first video I'm really doing for Malick Fofana, as Arsenal officials fled to France to obviously hold talks with Lyon, as Lyon is willing to sell. Lyon is willing to sell the player. Now, what we have to ask ourselves is, will Arsenal beat off the competition from other clubs that are interested in Malick Fofana, and won't Lyon obviously go ahead and really increase the price because of the bidding war that is anticipated to happen very, very soon? All that and more into the comment section below about Malick Fofana. But Arsenal officials are in France to obviously talk about Malick Fofana's transfer to Arsenal with Lyon. And remember, Arsenal really has some good French players that are going to obviously help them really win lots of trophies. If you've been following up Arsenal for some time, you know to it that the era of really coming and really lifting their first Premier League trophy, I think, came in through when Arsène Wenger came in through a Frenchman. He brought in Nicolas Anelka, Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, Pascal Sigan. He really went ahead to bring in some good French players, and he saw to it that even from the academy there are some good French players, and he used obviously bringing in French players the likes of Bakary Sagna, Samhil Nasri, Yaya Sanogo, Ayaya Ali Deli, and very many others. He really brought in very many French players. Diabe, you remember him very well. Roberto Pires, great French players. And Arsenal has always gone ahead to perform very well and win trophies every time they've gone ahead obviously having these French players in. And this time round, they're having a French player in William Saliba. And I think they want to bring in another Frenchman to obviously help him, to obviously help build that bond more and more. So guys, that's what I had about Malick Fofana, and your thoughts about Arsenal officials in France to obviously complete the deal of Malick Fofana to Arsenal. What do you make about it? I'll be hugely waiting for your reactions into the comment section below about this deal. Now, let's leave Malick Fofana there, and let's obviously get to another transfer that is another story that has gone ahead to obviously make good rounds on media today. Now, that story is all about a player known as Éder Militão. Finally, Madrid have some good news about a player known as Éder Militão. Éder Militão is one of those that played well for the club of Real Madrid, especially under the era of Carlo Ancelotti. And we've been told by Alvaro Esteban and Blanca Montanda that Éder Militão's return is one of the best news from the preseason. Xabi Alonso's idea is to start with Dean Huijsen and Antonio Rudiger. But when Militão recovers his physical levels, he will fight for the position with Antonio Rudiger. Now, looks like a decision is going to have to be made that Huijsen is really untouchable. He's going to be one of the starting midfielders at the club of Real Madrid. And things really change. How do Antonio Rudiger and Éder Militão start to fight for position, yet Huijsen is going to be a constant into that centre-back pairing? For now, even if a Club World Cup, you saw to it that it was all about Huijsen and Antonio Rudiger. You understand? Sometimes Giomini. But this time round, it's Rudiger and Dean Huijsen. And they're like, when Éder Militão really recovers, they'll have to obviously fight for that position. And that's how really football is really tricky, guys. And that is Éder Militão with Xabi Alonso. You understand? That's how they're going to obviously look in there. And the manager is really very happy to have the player back. And by the way, having lots of players available is really very important if you know the follow-up of this so-called game of football. Where we are going, it's really going to be very important, as Madrid is also going to be participating in 4 trophies: Copa del Rey, King's Cup, UEFA Champions League, and the La Liga. And remember, last season, they were knocked out of the Champions League at the quarterfinals, and they never went ahead to win what we call the league. Their rivals Barca went ahead to lift it. And we look at Barcelona, they haven't obviously gone ahead to lose any player that has been really pivotal into their team. All they've gone ahead to do is to add on Marcus Rashford, Rooney, and Juan Garcia, and they're anticipating to obviously bring in other players maybe for the club of Barcelona. And Real Madrid are really trying to lose some of their best players that really contributed a lot to their season. For example, if you lose Luka Modric, that's really a very huge loss to you. You understand? And there is another player that is expected to leave the side of Real Madrid, that is Rodrigo. Rodrigo has been an integral player into that team of Real Madrid, and Madrid has to do the needful to obviously fill that void if at all that guy really goes ahead to leave. So we wait and see, because Xabi Alonso wants to start on the good side of the bed of his season. He has to win either of those trophies, either Champions League or La Liga. If he doesn't win any of those, I won't be shocked if at all the man himself, who goes by the names of Florentino Perez, tells him enough is enough, leave our club and obviously go out and really try your talent elsewhere. It's really possible at Real Madrid. So for me, Xabi Alonso and Éder Militão's return, I think it's a very big boost, because Madrid will now have options. And to it that every time you really have a lot of players competing for one number, they obviously get themselves into a proper position to obviously get you the best that you deserve, right? That is it for the side of Barcelona. For the side of Real Madrid, they've gone ahead to welcome back Éder Militão. Now, one of the legends and the heroes of the day, that is Éder Henderson, formerly at Manchester United, who saved some penalties as Liverpool went ahead and obviously lose the Community Shield tie to Crystal Palace, has said, "I love the big moments. I love being in that pressure moment. The homework we did on penalties was great. They have unbelievable players and have a great team, but 2 trophies in 3 months is incredible. These emotions are really fantastic." 2 trophies in 3 months. It's all about the FA Cup and the Community Shield. Liverpool have gone ahead to be shocked in there for you, and the man responsible for shocking them has gone ahead and obviously spoken out that he really feels great, and he wants to obviously show up, especially when it comes to the huge moments. And indeed, he has really lived up to his expectation. He has gone ahead to put in a very huge performance as a player of a club known as Crystal Palace, and he has really saved them, because even in the full 90, there were some clear-cut saves, all textbook saves that he went ahead to make as a player for the side of Crystal Palace. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. That's what I had for you in here. Your thoughts on to Malick Fofana to Arsenal officials in France to complete Malick Fofana deal with Lyon. What do you make about it? And Dean Henderson, former at Manchester United. Me as a United fan I'm really excited, because each and every time I see Liverpool being beaten, I get excited. I tell you what, I'm excited, and no one will obviously stop me from that excitement. And Dean Henderson really stopped Liverpool from lifting the Community Shield. You know, what do you make about it? And lastly, what are your thoughts about Éder Militão returning into the squad of Real Madrid? Do you think Éder Militão will bench Rudiger? Guys, third video of the day. The fourth one is coming, and the fifth one is also on the way. We out.